Why the gorillas, the army, the navy? When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready, I'm ready.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Now Allen. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
And no team got after the quarterback quite like the Steelers did last season. They led the NFL in sacks and quarterback pressures, and there's another one right there. This Pittsburgh team, always known as Blitzburgh.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Six yards left on second down.
Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. A.J. Epinesa able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Allen. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. First, Stephon Diggs, he can do a lot of things, CD. He can be a possession-type receiver. He can take the top off a defense, or he can do what we saw right there, make a catch, and then turn it into a big game.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Ray McCloud to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 24, Love. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. Check down to Breida. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. Ray McCloud deep for Pittsburgh. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Love. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. To throw, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Ebron with it over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Play fake. Here's Love. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. McLeod now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. To throw now. Here's Love. Ebron caught left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. Complete. It's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose. Picked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Singletary again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
McLeod now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 30 on second down, Love. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Love escaping the pressure right.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone, Isaiah
McKenzie. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll set up the throw from the gun.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Allen with a throw caught by Diggs.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Allen to throw once more. 14 yards that time for number 14. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turn over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A.J. Klein on the tackle there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Oh, he pulls over him.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Allen. Flushed out right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about
it. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, that knee gets them to 1-0. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.
And they will return home next week to take on the